The 75th anniversary liveried Porsche safety car will lead the field around. Also Sprach Zarathustra reaches its conclusion. The clock is set to 4 o'clock Central European Summer Time. The centenary running, the centenary of Le Mans 24 Hours will get underway. LeBron James waves the tricolor and we are racing for...
So you want to get into Le Mans or the WEC? This is the video for you.
Toughed it out here. Ferrari much quicker in the first phase of that straight, but the Toyota came back at him. So ultimately, as he did at the entry of the Porsche.
Straight back out to the chicane, and Priaulx had to go ballsy into the Mulsanne curve. So getting by is one thing, but Alan making it stick.
Any seasoned motorsports fan, or even anyone knowledgeable of cars at all, knows Le Mans. The first ever Le Mans was held in 1923. In 1953, Le Mans was a part of the World Sports Car Championship, which allowed it to be part of its calendar. During this time, the race was more known for its stock and production vehicles, meaning that the cars that you saw racing on Le Mans were cars that you could buy readily available in dealerships. But past the new decade, Le Mans started to see more extreme types of cars. The Porsche 917, 935, and 936 were all dominant in this decade. This then led to the Group C regulations that we know in the 90s and 80s. These regulations actually pushed endurance to its limits and caused the demise of the World Sports Car Championship. This then eventually led to the WEC as we know it today. In 2023, we currently have 2 classes participating in the World Endurance Championships. Currently, there are 6 manufacturers that participate in the LMDH category, which are Acura, BMW, Cadillac, Porsche, Alpine, and Lamborghini. For the Le Mans hypercar side, we have Toyota, Glickenhaus, Peugeot, Ferrari, Van Wall, and in the future, Aston Martin. For LMGT3, their production side, we'll be seeing the Aston Martin Vantage, the Ferrari 296, the Lamborghini Huracan, and the Porsche 911 GT3R. The WC, unlike its 2 other sibling motorsports, which is the IndyCar and F1, actually focus on endurance. Hence the name, the World Endurance Championship, which means that the races are timed and not based on the amount of laps. For this format, you have 6 hours, 12 hours, and 24-hour races, which I can't even comprehend how much time and energy it takes to do even a 6-hour race. I mean, as a student, I've done a lot of all-nighters. I mean, granted, right? But these are people doing physical sports for 6, 12, or even 24 hours straight. For the qualifying, there's a general qualifying for all of the cars participating in the race. And then, once the time has elapsed, they will get the 10 fastest cars in that session. And then the 10 cars will fight for pole position. For practices, much like Formula 1, the WEC has 3 practice sessions for all of the cars to be able to set up themselves for the race. To cope with the amount of hours racing, teams must employ 3 drivers. This means that there must be 3 driver swaps each race. A driver should race no less than 6 hours, but no more than 14. Unlike other series, Le Mans has 4 categories of drivers: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Each category has a requirement for one of the 4 categories of drivers. For LMDH, no bronze drivers are permitted in racing in the series. For LMGTE, at least 1 bronze driver and then 1 bronze or silver driver is permitted to be racing.